Next, I'm going to show you all an exterior display for Arula stores. If the facade of your building is indoors, like inside of a mall, this is what you'll plan to do on the outside of your front window. If the outside of your store is exposed to the elements and is outdoors, you can go ahead and skip this tutorial. So, just like everything we looked at for the trellis and the altered state windows, all of the shade prep, adding the dowels, the spray paint is all the same as what you've seen before, but there are a few differences about this one that I'm going to cover now. So, as we stated, this is intended to be on the exterior of the building, and the positioning for this would be in the upper outside corner of the glass on the front of your store. Since you can't drive dowels into glass, we've used foam that's been attached to the glass so that you can stick the dowels in just like you did before. A little bit on these foam discs. You'll be receiving 4 in your kit. The ones that we've constructed are 2 discs attached to each other. We hot glued them together and ran a screw through them so that they're nice and stable. Before you paint your discs in the cottage white color, you'll want to apply a T-shape of the 3M tape and paint around it. Make sure you leave this red cover on until you're ready to install. That protects it from the paint and keeps everything clean, so it'll still be sticky when you go to put it on your glass. If you can imagine where these are now, there's sort of one sitting right here underneath all the shades and another one down here. The idea is that we're sort of creating this upside down L shape that hugs the window frame and still allows for the viewer to look into the window space. So it's kind of a 2-part composition where they sort of overlap onto each other, but generally we're framing out that top corner of the window with all of these. So talking a little bit about this composition, one of the first things you'll notice is that the larger shades are sort of towards the outside of the composition, and then we've gone back in and filled in the middle with the single shades, just like we did before. This is used to cover all the attachment points of the dowels, any hardware, or any exposed foam discs, so it looks nice and full in the middle. When it comes to shaping, you'll use the same techniques that you did before. You can use the bent wires to create bumps. You can use straight wires to create areas of lift, like under here. And then we're also going to be supplying you all with command strips. Where you used the pins into the foam before, you can use these since you can't stab into the facade of your building. You would basically stick the command strip to the wall and then stick the shade to where the sticky part of the command strip is. And that will help you pull things back so that the discs are not visible from the side of the composition as well. And it also helps to create this forward and back nice flowing movement.